everyone, and welcome back to Adventures. Today I'm interviewing a good friend of mine who works for a major airline as a flight attendant. Now please note that this video was taken before the coronavirus hit hard and changed many of the flights. But rest assured, we're in the process of making a new video that explains all the new changes and new protocols that the airlines will be putting in place before we fly again, which I hope is very soon. And welcome back. So today I have a very good friend of mine who has worked for the airline industry for many years as a flight attendant. And today she's going to be sharing with us some of the top 10 things that she wishes every passenger would remember before they fly. So this is my friend Vicki. Welcome, Vicki. It's nice to have you.
Thank you.
So let's just dive right into this. What is the most important thing that passengers can do as they board the plane?
I like to begin our time together by greeting you warmly as you're coming on board the aircraft. And it really is nice to have that returned with a warm, kind greeting as well. It's also very helpful if you have your boarding pass available so that you know exactly where your seat assignment is. And also in case there's something that comes up during the boarding process that we may need to double check the seat assignment, then we have that readily available.
So number 2, how important is it for passengers to listen to the announcements and the safety demonstrations?
It's very important. There can be variations of aircraft, and you may be on a few different aircraft in any given day, so you want to familiarize yourself with each specific aircraft so that you know where your exits are.
I know that when I fly, I always listen to the announcements. You know, I want to know where the emergency exits are in case there's an emergency. And it's really frustrating to look around and see people reading their magazines, not even looking at you. So how does that make you feel when they're not even paying attention? I'm putting her on the spot. How does that make you feel, Vicki?
How do you think it would make you feel?
Okay, on to number 3. Number 3, is there anything you'd like to tell us about dietary restrictions or special meals?
Yes, most airlines do offer a special meal request. Make that request at the time of purchasing your ticket. It's very important to make sure that you follow the airline's procedure for confirming the special meals. If you do not confirm it, quite often it will not be boarded.
Okay, and they're not going to be very happy.
And that's when it's not a good situation. So also, even if you have confirmed it, it's a good idea to bring some other snack items, something that you can eat as well in case what has been offered as a special meal is not satisfactory or not satisfying enough to carry you through.
Number 4, any good advice about storing your items in the overhead bin?
Remember, you have the small space underneath the seat in front of you, which can be utilized for items that you may want to have access to throughout the flight without having to get in and out of the overhead bin multiple times throughout the flight.
You mean climbing over your neighbors?
That too.
Number 5. One thing I've always wondered about, and maybe you have too, why do they keep the airplane so cold?
That's a great question, Cheryl.
Oh, I'm glad I asked.
Me too. It comes up every single flight.
Really?
Every single day. So the reason why we keep the aircraft cooler is that it significantly reduces the likelihood of needing to use that little bag in the seat pocket in front of you.
Oh, okay. Then make it very, very cold, please. Keep it cold.
Now, what you can do to take care of yourself in the coolness is make sure you bring extra layers. Bring an extra sweatshirt. I always bring a blanket and socks with me wherever I go, even at movie theaters.
Oh, you're one of those. Okay, good idea. Number 6. Is there anything you'd like to let us know pertaining to the seatbelt sign?
Yes. When the seatbelt sign is on, remain seated, please. It is for your safety as well as for the safety of those around you. And also, sometimes the captain will ask your flight attendants to remain seated for our safety as well. And we assure you that once the captain feels it's safe for us to get up and move about the cabin, we will do so. And we'll be back out there to offer the great service that we always do.
Number 7. Is it frustrating when you're trying to talk to a passenger and they have their headphones on?
It definitely poses a challenge to communicate with somebody who can't hear you. So simply remove your headset, press pause on your movie, whatever it takes, so that we can communicate.
Good idea. Common courtesy, I would say, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely.
Okay, good. Number 8. How important is it for passengers to keep the aisles clear for you?
To avoid injuries, it's very important to keep the aisles clear of heads, shoulders,
knees and toes.
But seriously, Cheryl, you may have a cute little size 6-foot shoe, but when we're walking backwards with the beverage cart, this is what we see.
Oh, wow. Number 9. Now that I have asked all my in-flight questions, is there anything else you'd like to add?
One of the most common occurrences is travelers being concerned about their connecting flights, and rightfully so. You do want to be sure that you have plenty of time in between connections, so I highly suggest that you explore all your options.
That's good advice. I always allow at least 2 hours. Find a Starbucks. I like to relax.
And there's great shopping at a lot of the airports these days.
Lots of good shopping. And now for my favorite part. This time, Vicki is going to share her favorite scripture.
Proverbs 3:5. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways, acknowledge him, and he will direct your paths. I always love this when I'm traveling the globe because it reminds me that he is with me no matter where I go.
Oh, thank you, Vicki, for joining us today.
My pleasure.
And as always,
ciao for now.
And don't forget to subscribe. Remember, it's free.